Shadow people video. Hi. It's 1:51 a.m. Second night in a row I've been woken up between 1 and 3 in the morning by shadow people. I want to call them creepy, but I've actually kind of went through like a little mini initiation where they don't creep me out anymore. So spirits in general are creepy and odd. They're not human, and they sometimes they get all up in your face and they don't understand like social things, or they just don't give a fuck, and they're just all up in your shit. And it's scary. It's fucking scary. But if you can get past that fear, it's not easy. If you can get past that fear, that's when the magic happens. And the magic can happen without getting past the fear, but it's another level. I'm gonna read like 3 pages from D.H. Thorne's Shadow Nomicon, and I'm straight out of bed, so no filter, no makeup. Hashtag no filter, no makeup. All right, anyway, whatever. Wasn't prepared for this, but oh well. I don't know why something told me to share this with people, so I'm gonna read these 3 pages, and then I'm gonna let you guys know my experience. And honestly, I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to keep a journal, so I'm just gonna do a video journal, and this is the start of it. So, and then D.H. Thorne can watch these, and then we can do stuff. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, okay. Fear about how dangerous these beings are. I spent most of my life in conflict with these beings. It is only in the last year that I've begun to fully integrate them into my life as allies, and while they certainly are dangerous as described, I no longer feel a sense of conflict with them whatsoever. When I began this book, every other page was laced with repetitive warnings and fearful or fear-inspiring statements about how you cannot banish these beings and they want to devour you. And that they want to devour you. I even made rather public warnings about this, no doubt piquing the interest of several fans just by this fact. Interjection. In the occult, you will find everywhere warnings like don't do this, don't summon these people, all that. One, it's there for a reason. It doesn't mean don't do it. It's literally to keep out the 99%, and then the 1%, the fools, the little black goats that we are. Well, we just fucking wander into the fucking, past all the no trespassing signs. We're like, oh, what's in here? And we raid the fucking kitchen like a bunch of hungry bears. And yeah, just, I don't know. In the occult, you're always going to be told no. You're always going to be warned. You're always going to be told that you can't do that. And that's when we would say, yeah, that you should try that shit. Prepare yourself. D.H. Thorne is very, very explicit about this book specifically. Is not for beginners. Like, oh, here, let me read an exact thing that he said. Basically, okay, if you still ask basic questions, like, how do I know if I am doing a spirit calling correctly? Or have yet to have any spiritual gnosis, visions, or feelings, or most importantly, have no concept of your own Jungian shadow, put this book under lock and key. Okay, so, yeah, don't do that. Okay, sorry, back to it. Let's go. Dun dun dun. Repetitive wording for the statement. I even made piquing the interest of several fans. Yeah, like Joshua. Shadow people, working with the shadow current, danger, buying that book. While all that potential for danger remains true in the strictest sense, I now understand there is nothing at all to fear. For example, it is true you cannot banish these beings, for the same reasons that you cannot banish yourself. And being devoured, that makes sense. And being devoured by these beings ultimately makes us stronger if we can come through it alive. Interesting. I was devoured by demons in the astral once, and I was initiated into Ahrimanic black magic and working with the black sun. Yeah, that was also. Well, you know what? It's weird. Story time. I was in Oklahoma, living in a trailer with my girlfriend. A spirit literally kicked in the front door. Boom! I mean, this thing, it was like SWAT came through the fucking door, but no one was there. And then you hear this tapping and knocking on all the walls, like, just, circling us. And she, I don't know, it was weird. She wasn't scared either. And we were just like, dude, that's definitely a spirit. And then the knocking, it was in one corner and just pop, 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 pop. And I knew what to do. I instantly knew what to do. I grabbed an incense stick, dragon's blood, I think. And I grabbed a tea light candle. Just set it down on the carpet in the middle of the living room. Lit the candle, lit the incense, meditated for even a couple seconds. Just kind of like cleared my mind. And just kind of like felt the energy around me. And then I asked who it was. And then I heard an unknown devil. And then on and on and on. I have all that written out, actually. I was binge watching VK videos when this happened. And every time I binge watch VK videos, some freaking spirit, comes and talks to me. So, just saying. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Winnie the Pooh does that. When he's all happy, he's all dun, dun, dun. While all that potential for danger, you cannot banish yourself. It is only when we resist this process that they bite down and chew us up and we suffer. What began as a fearful warning has been transmuted into eagerness to help you begin your own journey. As with all magic, the incidence of true physical or psychic danger from reading or using this book is reasonably low. The vast majority of those who use what is contained here irresponsibly will have very limited success, if any at all. They may still have success in attracting or seeing these beings. Some will have a few scares, a few spooks, maybe a run of bad luck, and that will be the end of it. Only a small handful of you will make meaningful contact. Just for the record, and if anyone doesn't know me, I work with spirits every day, all day. I'm coming to find out that I've been doing that for a good part of my life, but hardcore, steady, every day, hours a day studying, training, practicing, learning, being mentored and mentoring. It's like 2 solid years. I was an Aztec priest for 3 years, a few years back, 2011. And then even as a Christian, I had spiritual skills and abilities. I actually still use some of them now. and so, I don't know, just attracting spirits is not an issue for me. It's not a problem. It's been a long time since I've done a summoning or an evocation, and a spirit has not shown up. So, they don't always show up in full force, but I mean, they show up. And then the shadow people, I literally just in my mind asked for them to come and appear, and they did. They scared the shit out of me. I'll get to that. Oh yeah, I got to tell. I'm trying to make these videos shorter, so okay. Winnie the Pooh dance. Of that handful, it's anyone's guess what will happen. Some of you will find great, often baneful power. Totally going for that. And the potential ability to heal your own shadow by confronting aspects of yourself and integrating it with synthesis. I am also working on healing for sure. And by healing, I don't mean physical healing. So, I've done a shit ton of shadow work. I've done a shit ton of black sun work. And anyway, this is where I'm going. And this is calming me down too. I'm pretty fucking wild, and between Mammon and the Shadow People, it's like, yeah, okay. Oh, by the way, the 21-day invocation of Belial, totally tapped out. Totally tapped out. Um, After day 3, I mean, I was sick as fuck. And I had a friend of mine who's in Black Dragon. Her name's Linda. She was doing it with me. And same thing. Like, we just massive pounding headache. Like, just physically ill. Like, stomach hurts. Like, again, they want you to quit. They want you to stop. It's like the Navy SEALs. It's like the Navy SEALs, right? Or like Hell Week in the Marines and in the Army. It's, I mean, just pound, 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 pound. You're not good enough. You're not gonna make it, soldier. Ring the fucking bell. You know what I mean? And you're just like, no. And you, I've had just being in the cold water. You're doing your little leg kicks. And you're like, ah. And just fucking life sucks and it's miserable. But you're just, nah, like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna. Anyway, I did ring the bell with Belial. I did complete a 21-day invocation on Lucifer. Belial and Lucifer are very different in a lot of ways. So, Belial is a whole nother animal. But I did 11 days? 12 days. I did 12 days. So, 9 days short. Anyway, I'm not going, and I was going crazy on the internet. Black Dragon getting all kind of shit. So, okay. While others have opened a door to forces that could be their doom. Yeah, don't work with any of this shit if you don't know how to work with energy. Like, you're in a basic practice of meditation. You're working on communicating with spirits. In any way, there's so many different ways to communicate with spirits. That's a topic for another video. And also protection, like cleansing your aura, protecting your spiritual environment, controlling your spiritual environment and your spiritual space at all times. If you don't know how to do these things, then you should not even be summoning imps. So, let alone fucking level 99 demons or whatever else. So, it's not a video game, it's real life. Because it's a video game until they actually show up. And then it's all bad. So, yeah, don't do that. Either way, this is a valuable, important part of our ascension to know our own godlike power as divinity itself. Facts. Remember that individually, most of the shadow beings are weak, pitiful, and even pitiable entities. Certainly not on par with gods and so-called demons, nor even many of the lesser spirits often thought of as being of little consequence, like ghosts or nature spirits. And by the way, and I know what he's saying here, don't underestimate ghosts or fairies or imps or nature spirits or sprites or do not underestimate anything spiritually. I'm not saying fear it, you know, and yeah, there's different power levels. Different entities have different power levels. But you have to remember, spirit is spirit, and spirit can and will fuck you up if you're disrespectful. I have some people may think like, oh hey, like, oh, he's kind of disrespectful the way he talks about spirits and da-da. I'm casual with it because I have like these really good relationships with them. I treat the spirits the way I would treat like a lot of different people. I'm just having fun. I'm teasing. I'm joking. They do the same thing to me. Like, they clown on me. Like, man, I have heard demon laughter 1,000 times. Okay, and it's fun. It's fun. Remember that individually, like ghosts or nature spirits. But the shadows gather, becoming a great darkness. Like snowflakes, they can pile up and crush you. Their influence, their darkness, their vampiric drain will consume you. Excuse me. The more you repress your own shadow, the more susceptible you are to their corrupting ways. See, they can't corrupt me then, because my shadow's right out in front. Oh, y'all see my shit. The more you resist, the more the teeth bite down. It's like a lobster trap. Ugh. Each shadow is a byproduct of our own collective shadow, and they are us, and we are them. If you are not of sound mind and cannot embrace and integrate your own shadow, these beings can easily exploit weaknesses you never knew you had. doesn't mean just being edgy or acting evil or being hedonistic for shock value. That is just a flimsy way to act like you have embraced your shadow. It is correct. That's called front. That's called front. Everything Black Dragon says or does, I promise you, like, we've put in the work, like we did. And that's how I was in, like, all my tattoos on my body, like, every single tattoo has meaning. Every single thing. Every line, every dot, everything, every picture, every image, it all has meaning. It all has meaning. And yeah, like, you're not gonna see us do no fake shit. Now, we might clown, like, we'll say something that's just completely not true, but we're either trolling or we're being very satirical, so it should be obvious that we're just bullshitting, like we're fucking around. But we're never gonna, like, pretend that we're into something or that we're doing something that we're not. Except for when we say we're in the CIA. Don't listen to us unless it comes to spirits. If anything else, just we're probably fucking trolling, okay? We love fucking with people, so. If you are not of sound mind and cannot embrace it, okay. A new thing to it is turning the into. What's up, man? Uh-oh. Hi. Spirits are here. It is the turn. Sorry, super distracting. Jeez. It is. I told you, no boundaries. No freaking boundaries. Ooh, there's a lot of activity behind me. That's my altar behind me, though, so that makes sense. But I think those are water stains. Yeah, don't judge me. It is turning the integration of the shadow into a shadow, a new thing to lie to yourself about. Instead, the goal is the enlightened abolition of the very idea of evil itself that is required. Almost done. Almost done. We just got this little bit here. And this is where the danger lies. Every time you lose your temper and say things you will later regret to your lover, every time you turn that bottle to self-medicate the bad day away, my number one issue right now, every time you look in the mirror and hate what you see, or deny the darkness that is you, definitely don't do that. They feed. Oh shit, okay, so, man, hey, I'm not going, when I started doing the 21-day invocation of Belial, I started pounding alcohol like crazy, and I was sober last night. Was I? Fuck, I don't know. Anyway, dude, anyway, yeah. Black magic, you gotta be careful, like, drugs, not talking about hallucinogens. Hard drugs, and then alcohol, very prevalent in black magic, because there's just so much energy and so much power, and there's so much fucking insanity, it's crazy. And a lot of people turn to drugs and alcohol to cope is like such a whack-ass word, but I mean, essentially just, I don't know, to maladjust. I'm using that separate. To badly adjust to it. There you go. They grow in strength. Each of those battles you lose, they win. Whoop. Shadow People 17, Joshua 1. Got them right where I want them, I promise. For they are empowered by the negative part of our psyche. Even good days can expose us to their power. I'm a fool. We can become vain, selfish, and self-centered. Demon laughter. Do you hear it? Demon laughter. In the end, you will need to embrace these things in your own shadow, as well as learn to harness your own godlike authority. Please do that. That's what we're fucking here for. For those of you who fail, sucks to be you, I truly apologize. I am sorry I was unable to properly warn and prepare you. What the What the hell is going on? I am sorry that it was necessary for me to release this work at all and put you at risk. Don't be sorry. But I understand where you're coming from. I'm not criticizing. For those of you who succeed, mind the shadows. Black Dragon, we're never losing. Okay. Alright. Because we're already at 2011. Okay, let's go. So, Shadow People. About 4 or 5 days ago, right? Oh yeah, 2 in the morning. I get woken up. I'm staring outside, like my front window, right? I'm woken up and I'm looking out the window, and there is a shadow person. Okay, what does a shadow person look like? Ooh. Anyway, this thing was 5 feet tall, looked humanoid, just black shadow, but humanoid. So like me, if I didn't have the little mohawk thingy coming up here, and I just had my little round head, so it was just this little round head, and then about 5 feet tall, and yeah, just staring in the window, just, you know, and I was like, and I don't know, okay, there was some concern there, not fear, concern, and then it just stepped through, and now it's inside with me, and I'm like, ah! And sleep paralysis. It sleep paralyzed me. It sleep paralysis me. Yeah, that's what happened. It did that, and then I became frightened. I got scared. Later, I became pissed about that because I'm like, fuck, like I failed, like I totally cheesed up, right? But this thing disappeared out of my viewpoint because like where the bed is and everything, there's like a wall, so there's a corner, so it like disappeared in the area of the room where like I couldn't see. So now it's in the fucking house with me, and like I'm sleep paralysis. I can only move my head and my neck. And anyway, I knew what was going to happen next. And sure enough, because spirits are creepy and awkward and odd, bloop, this little head peeks around the corner. Ah! Now I'm really fucking tripping because this thing's like 4 feet away from me. And I am frozen. I cannot move. This couple days ago, this is like 5 days ago. And I'm like, like when if you were buried in sand and like a little bug's on you, like that's what I was doing. I was all dead ass in real life. I really did that in real life. And I was like, what's funny? More demon laughter. What's really funny is that, like, I don't know, the spirits can respect, because even though I was scared, like, I handled that shit well. It wasn't absolute panic. When I was like just leaving Christianity, and I was having demons manifest and appear to me, and all kind of crazy shit was going on. Prayer wasn't working, reading the Bible wasn't working, deliverances wasn't working, on and none of this shit was working, and like just all these spirits are approaching me and they're like trying to communicate with me, and I'm freaking out because I'm a Christian and I think everything's a demon, and I think that there's good and evil. You know, Jehovah is one of the most evil beings ever. Like, what the fuck? So, anyway, back when I was stupid and ignorant, and a fool. I'm a different kind of fool now. I was so scared. I was so scared in a sleep paralysis that I astral projected. I left my body. And what's funny is that all they were doing was getting me to astral project. They were showing me that you can leave your body, your consciousness, your spirit body, with your consciousness attached to it, can leave your physical body. That's real. And not only, like, have I heard about it or read about it, well, I've done it. And see, it's funny, we don't have to wait to die to find out what's on the other side of the veil. Like, it's not, oh, you go to heaven or you go to hell. That's not fucking true. It's not true. And it's just, anyway, Dude, study. Excuse me. Excuse me. This night shift. This is Great Black Dragon Graveyard Shift right here, right? Stories with Black Dragon. And you got to study world history, study world religions. This shit you got to study. You can't like break free of the matrix, by like, oh, I put a crystal on my forehead and opened my third eye, and now I'm woke. I'm woke now, man. I know all about the Illuminati, man, and the bankers and stuff. Like, there's no power there. Well, that's retarded. Do black magic. Do black magic. We got a little phrase going around. I'm not going to use it yet. Okay, so what happened? What the fuck happened with the fucking shadow dude? I almost said skinwalker. That's another, man, we're out there. What happened with it? Okay. Oh, I said like I commanded all my inner power, and I was like, go away, get out of here. Da, da, da. And I made him go away, and he left. I put the fear aside. I got angry because he was really fucking close to me, and I was creeped out. I was like, fuck this. And I just like, channeled my inner power, and I guess like call that a psychic banishing. Just, I don't know. Anyway, he left. I asked him to fucking leave, and I meant it, and he left. So the second he left, I knew I fucked up, and I was ashamed of myself that like I felt fear. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I asked for this. How the fuck are you gonna call someone and say, hey, come over, and then they show up, and then like you don't want to see them, So that's kind of fucked up. And sorry, looking behind me. Huh. Okay. My life is crazy. It's for these paranormal people are so funny. They go out ghost hunting. Like, man, we could have a whole paranormal episode like in one room. We don't have to go nowhere, but whatever. We do go places. We go look for skinwalkers and demons and devils and like super haunted shit. And then we bring in even more spirits to make it more haunted, just to get you guys good content. And to show you that this stuff is real and it works. So, okay. Now, last night, 2 a.m, woken up, and dang, I need to like trim this up. Sorry. 2 a.m, woken up, 2 of them inside. They're inside with me. And I'm looking at them, and I was like, and I told myself, I was like, don't you fucking do it. Like, don't you dare fucking cheesy poof, And I was like, okay, I got this. And they said, can we approach? And I was like, yep. I'm not gonna lie. And I was holding down the fear. I was like, of course you can. Of course you can approach. And I was tripping. I was fucking tripping, but oh well. And they approached. Ooh. Dude, something just touched my freaking foot. Something just touched my foot. There's a lot of activity in here right now. It's pretty crazy. Okay, so then they said, can we all approach? And I was like, yes. And then, oh my God, I was surrounded by shadow people. All different sizes and shapes. Here's where it gets weird. Mammon. Mammon's been teaching me magic, okay? Mammon knows magic, and he's been teaching me magic. I'm gonna just stop getting distracted, okay? Sorry. Mammon's been teaching me magic. I asked Mammon, I talked to Belial a lot too. I asked Belial, I was like, am I safe? And he said, yes, you're safe. I was like, okay, cool. Belial told me I'm safe. I'm good with that. I'm rolling on that. That's cool. Mammon said, invite them into your bed with you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, creepy. I was like, hey, you guys want to get into the bed? And they all just were like, Rawr! And they like swirling around and like some Harry Potter stuff, like where the wraiths are all like wispy and like, but they kept their solid form. They weren't wispy, but they were like all, and then they all like kind of like slither. They began acting kind of like serpentine, and they all were in the bed with me, and then they were all over me, and they had like these little like Venom from Spider-Man and the Marvel comic series. Venom, like this crazy fucking long little lizardy tongue or whatever, and they were all like licking on me and like sticking their shit all up in me. It was creepy, like beyond creepy. Okay, it's super creepy. What? I don't know why my angles. Okay, it's super creepy. But I get like they were permanently removing that fear from me. What's funny, like the place I'm in now, oh my gosh, like I didn't know I still had that much fear, and it's gone, which is amazing. And I'm actually really excited to start. I'm heavy on evocations, sigil work, yeah, evocations, yeah. Like I'm heavy on those things. Like those are my go-tos, but yeah, I just like in the cave. I was in the cave by myself on Halloween. That video is still being edited. I don't know what's going on with that. I just need to call our editor and see what's up. Um, yeah, I was sitting in the cave in the dark by myself, and I didn't feel any fear. I felt comfort and peace actually, and I knew I was surrounded by dark spirits. And I was like, okay, like that didn't feel crazy. Seeing the shadow people, it scared me. But now, like, doing that thing where I'd, like, Mammon's, like, invite them into your bed. And not sexually, like, just for closeness. And Mammon wanted to break me of that little thin layer of fear that I still had. And so, here's the dope part. What happened? Now, this is a spiritual concept, okay? They didn't actually go in. Well, they did actually go into my bones, but, like, spiritually they did it. You know, it wasn't. They didn't physically go into my bones. But they did it spiritually. But okay, so dude, they went all throughout my whole bones, through my ribs, through like my collarbone, all everywhere, all up in my head, all my legs, my toes, all the bones. There's like 300 some bones, I think. They went through all of them, not just some of them, all of them. And I don't know exactly what that did, but it transformed me. Like I felt changed. And it transformed me. It was pretty fucking dope. I think DH Thorne's really going to like this video, by the way. Like, I think this is going to be some pretty amazing, insightful shit. Okay, so that was last night. And then finally, dude, I went to bed with a bunch of shadow people. Like, all, like, licking me and, like, being weird little serpent creature stuff. Like, I don't know. Okay, so there's that. The life and times of Joshua Savage. Tonight, 1:20 in the morning, got woken up. Oh, oh. You know what? I'm not allowed to tell you this. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I was woken up and there was a big, tall one, which is weird. This is this is one of the tallest shadow people I've seen. This one was like 7 feet tall. Okay, like he was pretty tall, yeah, and I woke up and he was just right there, that same spot by that window. Yeah, I gotta stop there. I have to stop there. I'm being told to shut this down. I guess like I gotta process and work through this stuff. So, yeah, the night's not even over. Wow, I promised someone I would call them, and this has been a 33-minute video, and I'm now a liar. So, shit. Okay. Don't know what I'm going to title this video. Deuces. Hail Black Dragon.